Hey guys, this is Digress coming back to you with part 16 of Monster Hunter Rise. And if anyone keeping track, you might be starting thinking, Digress, for World it took you 9. You were already halfway through. I spawned by this point, but through like this many parts. I've actually wasn't at the end, but I spawned by this point. With the many parts, I think I was like halfway through I spawned by the time it's taken me through this. And two, yeah, there's been a couple episodes and there's just like if a couple episodes just went slightly bit better, like the week where I basically spent hunting by myself, if that wasn't a full week hunting by myself, I probably could have got the hunts that did take me that week done in one, maybe two videos, which would have meant like I would have been up to this point probably about 3 videos ago, maybe 6, but I'm going to say about 3 videos ago. And another thing, I'm slightly stretching this out just because of the simple reason of additional content, and it slightly makes it easier. Because, guys, today we are going to be hunting the urgent quest. Not the giant crab, well, not the crab. Not the crab thing, because that's Master Rank. But the Steel Storm, a Slay Kushala Daora. Another reason why this is also taking slightly longer is because Camillus was locked at Master Rank, Hunter Rank 20. Kushala Daora's unlocked at Hunter Rank 30. I believe it's Kyosho who's locked at 40. And then the big final battle, which I don't want to say too much about, is then 50. And then you go all the way up to 100. I'm not going to be postponing all the way up to 100 because at that point, yeah, no. I will get to 100 basically by playing through the game. By playing through Master Rank, and then I'll go after Crimson Globe Wild Tracks. Yes, it'll be slightly weaker in time, won't be fully pointless, but I will. And before I do get into hunts, guys, this is Camillus' armor. And why in the colour I don't think it looks too bad. I did briefly show, but this is full in person. I don't like it. The reason I made it is just quite simply, I hunted Camillus like 3-4 times. Like, if we... I don't know what Camillus is above Rajang and Basil Gears. 5 times I've hunted Camillus. 4 times to make the armor. I ended it 1 more time today. Just to get me up to Master Rank. And even then, I think it's about 6 or 7. Like, cause I think there's been like 3 failed hunts. Where I've still got stuff from it. But yeah, so today we are going to be going after Kushala Daora. But like I was saying, guys, if it wasn't essentially one of, if those two, like that full week had got down into like 1 video, then the only difference now would have been the serpent, the Thunder Serpent fight. That would have been at the end of part 14, because I would have squeezed it in. Camillus, Kushala Daora, and what I believe is Teostra, and then the big boss at the end. I would have then got all into part 15, and that would have just been stretched over several days for filming. But the reason I'm doing it this way is to get from 10 to 20, I've had a full week. No, 20 to 30, I've had a full week. Now, I was able to get up to 20 within about a day. But again, that was at Master Rank like 14, Hunter Rank 14. So this is going to be a bit more of a challenge. But I'm hoping to essentially get through a few of them tonight. So I'm hoping to be at Master Rank 34. Maybe 36. I'll try one more time and then I'll be back as soon as I get into the hunt. I think my limit probably is just going to be a case of try 4 times if I don't get in. Right, okay, I'll try one more time. If I don't get in after this, I will then be back in as soon as I get into the hunt. And guys, the reason I do this, I've more than once had where I've been recording for like 10-15 minutes, only just about got into the hunt. But yeah, so guys, I'll be back as soon as I do get into the hunt. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I'll see when I'm in the hunt. So, guys, we're back, and it took closer to 10 minutes than 5, but barely. Like, I've been recording for about 12-ish minutes. I started to try and load in to get into this hunt in about 5 minutes in, so it's, I say closer to 12 and 5. It's almost closer to 10. Like, there was literally 4 minutes off. And I'm everywhere, because surely would come. Why the fuck did it choose a frozen wasteland? Don't get me wrong. As usual, it looks like a mighty beast. And, you know, just roaming with power. But, again, why the fuck would you choose a frozen tundra? Like, I can think of several places I think would be better. Also, quickly to mention now, because I didn't instantly see them, because... Did I eat? I think I did. Is 3 dangerous creatures are here. And I'd rather pick the fight with the Cthulhu the Aura.
It's trying to get away!
Just because, again, wind is very deadly. But Magma Mala would put me out my misery quicker. Although Cthulhu the Aura is definitely more dangerous. And of course the giant blasting lion shows up. I was about to say flaming. I was about... See, annoyingly, Magmala does remind me of Teostra. Not Teostra. Entei from Pokemon. But I was going to say, it'd just be pure flying. Now, if you were to take the dragon aspect out, because it's kind of way too obvious, then again, Teostra would be, yeah, okay, that's not going to go how I thought. Teostra would be flying, so would Lunastra. It'd be like a Nidoran Nidorino situation. But
I'm not going down that easily.
shit. Fuck. But if I was potentially given any breath framer, I would do one, like, I would give it another, like, I would put another Revolutionine in it. Like, another one, and basically have that just be the Nido, like, the one that covers both Nido and Nidorino. Okay, that ended up going how I thought it did. I was spending the exact same time trying to get into that hunt as I did in that hunt. And any battles you do against Pulp, it'd be useful against. Now, can I instantly get into a hunt? Now guys, this video is definitely going to be more weird, like, editing, like, hunt-wise. See, I was hoping to do, you know, 3 or 4 hunts, like, successful hunts against Kashola. I've got a feeling I'm only going to get to 2. If not that. Like, I'm getting a successful hunt against this thing at least once tonight. Right, last time. Right, guys, I'll be back as soon as I get into a hunt. So, guys, we're in another hunt, and I have no idea how this video is going to turn out, because I have no idea how many hunts it's going to take.
Mine now.
Now, guys, I've said for a while that I think this version of Kushiora is easier. I might have been wrong.
There's the target.
Now, I don't know whether it's because the first couple times that I've fought this thing, there's been a 14, so it's not been too bad. Or whether it's just a case of it is generally not that bad.
Give me some of that sweet ore.
The Rookie is one of them. Invincible's another. But YouTube content, I know everyone's not going to want to watch 450. Which means, no, I'm not always going to include every last little bit of points of something kicking my ass. Now, I probably will do from the first one is basically just trim it down to a point of meeting a thing and then get my ass kicked.
Don't let him get away! Die like the wind!
But like, that's not always an option, and I do record for a decent bit of time. That thing didn't go to sleep, jeez.
Love you, buddy.
Oh, am I wasting arrows? Oh, thank God. Wind, I think, is protecting it from a few. Oh no. We even get this thing weak, I'd be impressed.
Look out! It's angry!
But yeah, so like overall, bows do get a lot better, but it's still a bit more of a utility weapon in World. Now, I did originally play through World using a bow and arrow, and it wasn't too bad, but I don't think I was fully on playing through World in Iceborne with a bow, and I was like, I willingly have admitted more than once. A friend helped me through a good part of World.
The monster's looking at you!
Which is the one problem with playing back through World and Rise, especially in World. But yeah, so like I did notice more than once that people with like very good fatality equipment were joining. And the problem with that is you don't get the full World experience. Now, I wasn't so fussed about not getting the full World experience. And I say the full World experience of getting a full experience of not essentially having overpowered weapons, basically saving you. Now, I did get this experience because my second time playing through it, it wasn't completely like that. Like, I was more relying on, my own skill and other hunters but compared to like Rise, it's like, for me, Rise at the beginning was, okay, bow does this much, but when it came to this series alone, I was going to go for the longsword. And the reason I didn't, and I might use it a few times, I don't know yet, but I've like really enjoyed using bow. Like, Rise is definitely a lot more nicer to bow than it is to some weapons. Like, Greatsword was seriously taken down a peg or two. Like, I don't know if there's weapons in this game that hit the 1,000 mark.
Can use in here?
Now, granted, I could 100% double check. But quite frankly, I think that ruins it. Go, Magma Mala. Guys, do you remember Tier 4ing? Also, remember that. Remember Magma Mala jumping up to stupidly high heights and ripping something out of the sky? Like, remember that. It will come back up again. Now, I highly doubt it. It would be very nice to get like 3 or 4 levels from the sun. I would do one more hunt against Kishore after this. As long as this one's a success. You can really do with Magma Mala just showing up again and blasting it to now.
Are you okay? I needed that. Just a bit more.
Nah, there are kind of a few other dragons that have somewhat been contained. But that's not down to hunters. First one comes to mind is Fatalis. It chooses not to leave Castle Shade. It chooses not to leave its castle. But yeah, the capturing Elder Dragon at its feet alone would be legendary. And there's some monsters of like similar to like Elder Dragons within within power, like Magma Mala. It's not an Elder Dragon.
All right, let's see what we
But
have.
it's definitely strong. Betelgeuse or B-52, Devil Joe, and their respective forms of Season Betelgeuse and Savage Devil Joe. Again, you can capture them, but they are very strong.
Let's go.
Raging Brachydios is strong.
Let's see what nature has in store for us.
Now, there is an Elder Dragon in the mastering of this game, which I won't say who, that reappears in Rise. And it's not an Elder Dragon. It's known as something else, which I'm pretty sure means it can also be captured.
Piece of cake.
But I don't know if Elder Dragons did get added to Rise, because there was a point where there was why else? 'Cause there was a point where they weren't in the game. Guys, I've been recording for about an hour and 10 minutes. Good to see you made it back safe and sound. Safe and sound, debatable.
Excellent.
What would you like to do? Oh, see you later then.
But yeah, so now I need just to get Hunt rank 40. Which, hopefully I can do before my next... I keep it supplied just because it's always
I've got
useful.
some good deals for you. A wonderful prize.
Max, life, immune, herbal, energy.
What are you looking for?
Yes.
Coming right up.
Obi from Bella.
Excellent purchase. Coming right up.
Oh, that's great.
Happy hunting.
Guys, that's Kashul the Aura, and it does look really cool. Now, I still do one more hunt against Kashul the Aura.
Gotcha.
I'm going to make it armor. I never made it in World. For the simple reason of, it was a pain, and the only reason I'm going to make it now is I need the levels. Now, I need Deodora Gem. I am going to chuck one more hunt into it. I'm going to go after Gossarag.
Take good care
Now.
of your gear.
If I'm correct, the hunts that I need to do is a hunt against Gossarag, hunt against Diablos, and hunt against Barroth. I will try and do Diablos instead of Gossarag because I've not hunted that thing, so. But yeah, I will try and go after the Diablos. Although, guys, I'm surprised Raknakataki can spawn here. Like, okay, it makes sense. But at the same point... Actually, at the same point, where the hell is it? All I will say, it's kind of nice doing a hunt where I have a backup plan in case the worst situation happens. Because, guys, the one problem with only hunting Elder Dragons for a good period of time is you don't have a capture option. That's where Raknakadaki is. I'm about to say, guys, if anyone does have a spider phobia and seeing Raknakadaki's going to set it off, now's your warning. But it's not near Diablos. Now, if it does come up against, like, if it does end up in an area where Diablos is, and I notice, I will try and mention it. But if I don't, I don't. And I think, you know, Kate Bishop Hawkeye shouldn't be. Because I don't think we're going to get Clint Barton back because of very much justified reasons. Which is 10 times worse when you realise the fact of he technically died. Basically, as Jeremy Renner technically did die, but he was brought back. Luckily.
What do we have?
Basically, because Hawkeye Season 1 didn't do great. I didn't mind it. I think it was like a pretty good show. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of Marvel. It's kind of been here for the last couple of years, and like since Endgame, there's not been any Marvel film that I've been like, oh my god, yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home was that one exception, and even then, that has its problems. And the only reason I like it as much is I grew up watching Tobey Maguire's films. I also saw Andrew Garfield's when I was a teenager. Like, I've literally grown up from being a kid when Tobey's came out to a teenager with Andrews. So this came out like 2012, which means preteen for me. One in for anyone who doesn't like spiders, Makadaki is coming up to start a fight.
Love you, buddy.
But yeah, so I do think it should be the fact that, like, I also do think, like, after Brand New Day, Spider-Man should rejoin. I'd also love for Helena's, for, like, you know, Kate to be like, hey, Helena's really cool. Can we have her? And Bucky then gets joined, because the only person I don't think the shit out of those, and it kind of bugs me that Bucky was willing to work with him, was Walker. But all I will say, interesting choice of Thunderbolts. I would have preferred a more comic book accurate thing with like Baron Zemo, but it being like with having things like was it Victory? No, was it Citizen V, Songbird, all that lot? I would have loved to actually have that version, or even the Norman Osborn version of the Dark Avengers for Thunderbolts. I'm pretty sure it's Diablo's Ridge I needed. But yeah, so I would have been happy with either one of those. But like, personally to me, what I think is happening is Marvel's being okay with their movies, and DC are just being great, because the new Superman movie is my third favourite movie that came out last year. And the only reason I didn't go and watch it in cinemas was because the fact that I didn't want to go to cinemas by myself. Was literally the only reason. Like, there was a point where I did come close to How to Train Your Dragon going by myself, but I dragged a mate with me. But yeah, like, the best movie I saw in cinemas last year was the only movie I saw in cinemas last year. I think the best movie I probably will have seen in cinemas this year will either be Brand New Day, hopefully, or Avengers Doomsday. And if Brand New Day is full on going to give us a proper Spider-Man movie, which we should have got years ago, like, because we didn't need Iron Boy Jr. Like, Far From Home was pretty cool, and it was like Mystique a lot, but again, still a big part of Iron Boy Jr. Then No Way Home is good for nostalgia. That was almost a succeed. Guys, that is the last time. I knew I should have gone put down trap. I've almost been hunting for a couple hours. I am tired. No, I don't typically like ending on failures, but in this case, tough luck. Again, I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. Hopefully, I can get up to. Up to master, up to hunter rank 40, hopefully. Worst case scenario, I basically push recording it by a day. Worst case scenario, which probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But then again, it leaves me in the case of if I push recording that to say Monday, which would be the latest I could, or even like, because guys, it's like Craftmon is that the one other thing I could basically swap the recording or something. But that comes to another problem. I've still got preparations to do for Craftmon for this week. Basically, if you didn't see the last episode of Craftmon, and if you haven't seen the last few, I'm basically building a ginormous platform thing to build a, I don't want to say mega base, I don't know if it will be mega base because I might change my mind, but a giant thing on it. It's taken me a couple weeks just to get to where I have. Like, it took me like a week, maybe two, just to do a bridge. But anyway. Guys, in between episodes, I will try and get, in between this episode and next, I'll try and get up to Master Rank 40. And hopefully I will, and I'll try and get the full set of Crystal Allure. I have no idea whether I will or not, but anyway. This is Tiger signing off. See you next time. Bye. Whoosh.